Hon Betty Namboze kwosa ne Daudi Kabanda bano munnange bagobedwa nsonga ki embikuleetedde MC Mariachi bamusabye yeddeko alekera okukola comedy ow'okubulinga abantu eggaali kungu yamutabudde video njikuleetedde songa ate waliwo alina kyagamba ku His Excellency Bobi Wine munnange naye nga muwala w'omugenzi BMK ate naye yavuddeyo n'agamba nti omugagga omu ayagala kweddiza bya bugagga bya taata we ngenda kubeera ng'atenga kuwa mu bujjuvu ago nagasinga kaawo. Ku Essie News UG kwoli kansuubire nti muli bulungi mujebaleko gyonna gye mukwasaganya eyo atannaba ku subscribinga ka notification bell okateekeko videos zino obeere ng'ate ozifunira mu budde okutandise ne mutabani w'omugenzi Moze Radio ne Dora Mwima. Omwana ono yawezezza emyaka egy'obukulu 15 mwana akuze akulidde ddala ye mwana mulenzi gw'olabaawo katumwagaliza amazaalibwa amalungi happy belated birthday naye nga n'eruyi eno ew'omukyala Daniela bw'atyo naye avuddeyo n'atutegeeza olunaku olw'olwaleero nti ali mu mapenzi era akkiriza bamuwase atugambye nti kaakati munnange ali mulaavu akkiriza bamuwase mu bufunze tulinze mikolo wanaaba asazeewo okugitulaga omanyi bayinza omuwasa eyo n'ajja n'atulaga akafaananyi ng'ataali yekanga n'omusajja tamutulaze naye nga atukakasiza nti munange ali mukwano era akkiriza bamuwase naye nga ensonga y'eggaali kungu yamutabudde video yino ate tweyongereyo.
Sigo tunulinze kugambe tuzimba ggaali oyagala tu infiltrate nga olimbega.
Okay, so remember because byenkubuuza hano kukyagulanye ensi eyagala kubeera nga ebitegeera and I'm asking on their behalf.
Yes, sir.
So bana bamemba b'eggaali zino ogenda kuba tubatadde mu buzibu honorable already as we speak waliwo abawagizi bammwe abamugamba kyalina mu makomera. Are you not putting these people ku risk y'okukwatibwa
nga nkola ki
bamemba b'eggaali zino zoyogerako
kyo eggaali kye tutogeddeko kitegedde kati jawe ekigambo eggaali ogambe bamemba ba ttiimu ez'okuuma akalulu tobatadde mu buzibu nga bagamba bakuuma akalulu kyoli mukumbuuza
mbuza ggaali
anti eggaali eggaali kyenkunyonyodde ekyo kitegedde
eggaali ze ttiimu ezigenda okukuuma obululu
balinyi si kuuma bululu kokka ze ggaali ezigenda okunoonya abantu okukunga abantu okulonda n'okukunga abantu okuuma akalulu nabo bennyini okwekuumira naawe ojja kwesanga ng'olina eggaali y'abannamawulire gy'olimu abasawo bakole eyaabwe abannamateeka bakole eyaabwe. My point here is don't be alone, work with the team. Kwano wetugenda tulina okubeera nga tuli interconnected.
Ye MC Mariachi bamusabye yeddeko ono komedi we ow'okubulinga abantu tanyumamu wadde. Omwami ono yakiguddeko mu comedy store we yabadde ne sister we nga sister aliko obulemu. Video yino ate tweyongereyo.
Eno video njagala etuuke mu neighbor waffe era muganda waffe MC Mariachi. MC Mariachi oli neighbor waffe obeera Kabumbi awo ku Luyinja ewazimba ennyumba yo. Ffe tuli ba neighbor bo tuli wano mu maaso gwa kulufula wennyini era ku Luyinja. Mulufulu omanyiwo okitegedde naye ensonga yange Mariachi twabaddeko mu comedy store ne sister wange nazaalibwa ne sister wange aliko obulemu. Mariachi wabadde mu comedy store n'okola bikomedi byo nga bitambula bulungi nojja ne ku meeza kwe twabadde tutudde n'otukuba oluseke ne tukuwanika ssente kaffe naye Mariachi njagala okyuse comedy wo gw'okola fe abamu nze jo nawulidde obusungu okubeera omulema si tekiri option nti omuntu yasalawo obusazi abeere mulema oba abeere muzibe oba abeere nga alina ekitundu kyabulako ku mubiri naye komedi wo gw'okola ng'ovuula abantu abaliko obulemu Mariachi kyusaamu watukubye oluseke tukuwadde ssente zaffe osanyuse ate ozze ku stage okoze kikomedi oteekamu nti simanyi ogenda okulaba ng'omukazi ayimuka ng'omukazi mulema aliko obulemu. Okubeera n'obulemu si musango ate tekiri optional nti olondako n'osalawo buli butonde. Nze nina ensi gye nagenda muko edda UAE yali Dubai. Mu Dubai abantu abaliko obulemu babawa ekitiibwa. Tosobola kumuyita mulema, babayita people of determination. Tosobola kumuyita mulema naye omuntu aliko just alina obuteesobola bwe tuba tugamba, oba omuntu eyeetaaga okuyambibwa ennyo. Naye mu Uganda omuntu ajja ku stage n'akola comedy ng'avoola abalema, ng'avoola bamuzibe, avoola banamagoye, kyokka ng'abantu museka busesi. Naye nga mu congregation ebeereza okulaba comedy abasasudde mulimu n'abalema baba bazze. Oli aze ne mukyala we mulema, oli aze ne sisita we mulema. Maria kikomedi wo okuvuula abantu mukyuse ze nkubuulira. Ffe tuli baneiba bo wano kulufula. Tukulaba oyingira naawe otulaba tuyingira, tukulaba ofuluma naawe otulaba tufuluma. Komedi wo okuvuula mulekeraawo. Beera nga bano ba Hilary basaluva.
Ku ssomero lya Serinnya Primary School Munnange Laddu yakubye ku ssomero eryo okukakana ng'omusomesa atiddwa ate kw'osaana abayizi 15 ne babuukawo n'ebisago eby'amaanyi ddala bambi. Omusomesa ye yafiiriddewo kitalo nnyo. Mukama omwoyo gwe katusaba ate aguumuze mirembe amusonyiwe na byonna ebyamusobako. Kaakati ene wa Hon Betty Namboozi MP wa Mukono n'Omunnange bamususpendinze obutaddamu kulabikira ku show eya Barometer Talk Show wali ku NBS TV oluvannyuma lw'okubeera ng'ate yavaayo ku social media n'abeera ng'ate awakanya ekya NBS okubeera ng'ate basuspendinga Zamballi brasio mukasa ate kw'ossa n'okubeera nga agamba nti bossi wa NBS Ken Kalisa musajja munnanfuusi ddala bw'ebyo by'ebimu ku byamususpendingisiza obutaddamu kubeera ng'ate alabikira ku show eyo eya Barometer Talk Show. Kaakati nti nno ne Daudi Kabanda naye bamususpendinze oluvannyuma lw'okuvaayo ku mukutu ogwa X ng'abajja ati batimpudde ab'amawulire ye n'awandiika n'agamba nti kababakube. Ye yawandiika ng'asemba ekyajja ati okukuba bannamawulire. Kaakati naye mbu y'ensonga lwaki bamususpendinze obutaddamu kubeera nga takola ki nga naye alabikira ku show eyo byebyo nno ebiri ku sayidi ezeeyo. Naye ku sayidi eno ate eyo nga nkugjeeyo ono wuuno alina kyagamba wano. Obusungu asazeewo abumalire ku Bobi Wine. Vidiyo yino ate n'oluvannyuma tweyongereyo.
Ebyaddala ebya struggle ekigendo bingi jamu kiri ekintu kimu. Mu myaka 5 gye bansibye Ruzira saalaba muntu yenna yavaayo kwogera ku linnya lyange. Ngenza okukomawo nga ne mukazi wange bamuntwalako. Naye Bobi Wine ngenda kusaba engeri gye bantwalako mukazi wange mpaayo y'omu ku bawala kuba ffenna tuli mu struggle kubanga mukazi wange bamutwala ku lulo.
Ku sayidi eno omuwala w'omugenzi BMK ono agamba nti omugagga Godfrey Kirumira ayagala kweddiza bya bugagga bya taata we. Omwana ono yalambuludde ensonga zino nga aziteeka wali ku mukutu gwe ku TikTok. Yalina account ku TikTok so gye yatadde ebintu bino newankubadde nga kale yabyogedde mu Luzungu naye nga abangi bamusabye abizze mu Luganda message esobola okubeera ng'etuuka okugwa kikwatako ate kw'ossa ne bannayuganda okubeera nga bongera okutambuza vidiyo ze basobole okubeera nga tebayambibwa. Naye nga mu ngeri y'emu omwana ono yajjukidde ebigambo Fred Lumbiye bye yayogera oluvannyuma nga taata waabwe amaze okufa n'abagamba nti ebintu bya taata waabwe bagenda kubibba. Kaakati ebigambo ebyo yabijjukidde era agamba nti ebigambo Lumbiye bye yayogera bye biri mu kutuukirira essaawa ya leero. Vidiyo yino ddiya wange katusooke tuveeko mu kalango wano Katini MCF Junior School n'oluvannyuma omwana omuwala ono.
Onoonya essomero erigenda okubangula oba okusomesa omwana wo mu byonna omuli eby'omwoyo, eby'omubiri, eby'amagezi n'okufuna obukugu. MCF Junior Schools Mixed Day and Boarding ku luguudo oluva e Kampala okudde Hoima Mende Stage Mubiru Road Mubiru Zone kwe kuddibwamuuko. Essomero lino ligenda kuyamba omwana wo okutumbula obusobozi bwe wamu n'okuzuula talanta ze ez'enjawulo. Abasomesa baffe wamu n'abo ababalabirira bakugu era nga batendekeddwa bulungi okusomesa n'okukola ku nsonga z'abaana mu ngeri ey'ekika ekya waggulu. MCF Junior Schools liri ku musingi gwa Bukristaayo wabula nga lyaniriza abayizi bonna okuva mu nzikiriza ez'enjawulo. Kyalira emikutu gyaffe egy'enjawulo eja MCF Junior Schools leero okumanya ebisingawo kuba ku 0703 7 0 MCF Junior Schools, children first.
And it's crazy, like maybe 2 years ago after my dad had died, there was one blogger Lumbuye who said that Chirimura is going to come and take my dad's things. We thought it was a joke.
Muganda wange mukwano gwange kirumira bagale. Oyinza okuba ekintu kino kimanyi naye muntu esiganya n'ebintu bakoze. Bagale kirumira gwe muntu gwe bagenda okukozesa okutwala oba okugula ebintu bya Ibrahim kibirige muwanga.
Be careful the people you call your friends because they might be waiting for you to die and take your belongings. My father, the late Haji BMK, worked so hard to build his legacy, to make his name, to make connections. And now one of the connections he made, his so-called brother from Kwagalana, the chairman of Kwagalana, not his blood brother, is now working day and night to take what belonged to him. Yet in public, he used to say, oh my gosh, this is my brother. And of course not like that, but that's what he used to say. Please, everyone that used to go for events knows that this used to happen when they were together. But then again, I think my dad knew his friend because when he passed away in his will, he mentioned that we need to take out all our shares from Kwagalana, which we haven't gotten yet. I'm yet to talk about that. This is something I never talk about. In fact, I'm scared to talk about, but I'm going to use my content creation abilities to seek justice for my late father because someone needs to talk about this. Be careful the people you call your friends because they might be waiting for you to die and take your belongings. My father, the late Haji BMK, worked so hard to build his legacy, to make his name, to make connections. And now one of the connections he made, his so-called brother from Kwagalana, the chairman of Kwagalana, not his blood brother, is now working day and night to take what belonged to him. Yet in public, he used to say, oh my gosh, this is my brother. And of course not like that, but that's what he used to say. Please, everyone that used to go for events knows that this used to happen when they were together. But then again, I think my dad knew his friend because when he passed away in his will, he mentioned that we need to take out all our shares from Kwagalana, which we haven't gotten yet. I'm yet to talk about that. But as you all know, or not know, because the news is now spreading rumors, my brother, aka the prodigal son, made some bad deals, took loans from the mafia, from the bank, and all these people using fraudulent paperwork. And instead of these people going for my brother, they're coming for my dad's legacy, which really hurts me. And it also hurts the rest of my family. I hate to wake up and every day they're like, oh, BMK this, BMK that. He did not do anything wrong. Well, he had his wrongs, but these are particularly my brother's wrongs. And all these people know, but they're still coming for my father's things. I'm sure most Ugandans have seen the news about the Mulamula land, the Buziga apartments that Yako Bank wants to take because that's what my brother gave there. My brother gave there the titles as, what do they call it? Collateral? When you fail to pay a loan. So he failed to pay a loan and faked paperwork. He gave fraudulent paperwork that we told the judge that this paperwork is fraudulent and we still lost the case even when they knew the truth. So Yako Bank sold the loan. So I might be a little bit all over the place because this is very emotional for me, but Yako Bank sold the loan to guess who? My father's friend Chirimura, who is the chairman of Kwagalana Group, who is his so-called brother. And for some reason, everyone is scared of this guy. They're like, oh, did you see how he embarrassed the other person in court? How can you be a smart man? How can this person be your friend and you tell the whole world he's your friend, but you're trying to steal from him? Please tell me how, please. You might want money so much. In fact, what he would be doing is trying to help his friend out, no? He even tried to get my brother arrested this weekend. My siblings on ground are scared for their lives because they're like, what if something happens to them? Because like I said, they tried to get my brother arrested over the weekend. So apparently my brother owed Yako Bank 1 billion and with interest it came to 1.5 billion. They valued the land at this particular space at 2.5 billion, but apparently it's about 10 billion. I could be wrong. However, they sold it for 1.8 billion, something like this. But this land, this particular space has 2 land titles. These 2 land titles, my brother managed to fraudulently change one and the other one is still in its original owners, which right now belongs to us, my siblings and my moms. I'm so tired of hearing my dad's name in the paper, so I'm going to spill all the tea. I do not give. Also, everything I'm saying right now, I have proof and I'm going to share all the documentation because they've embarrassed my family enough. I cannot watch my father's name being tarnished after the legacy he built. So for this particular land, we have apartments on there. Our tenants have been inconvenienced, that they've been kicked out. There is no one there. We're not making any money from it. The money is not the issue. The issue is the fact that people are being inconvenienced in their own houses. So what happened last Thursday is my brother went with a lawyer and they finally agreed on something. Everyone should stay in their space, meaning us, we stay in our space and Chirimura stays in his space. But this weekend, my brother went to access the space and he was not let in. He went in with 2 security guards. He went in through the main gate. They didn't let them in. So they told him to use the back gate. He went and used the back gate. They found a padlock on it. He broke the padlock, so he went to buy another padlock to put it there. The moment he left to buy the padlock, guess what happened? They put these 2 security guards in a room, beat them up. Okay, I'm even skipping. Before they beat them up, They went to check on our property. They had stolen everything, vandalized the property and all that stuff. You cannot tell me this is not mafia business, because the moment my brother left after taking all the pictures of this, I'm going to show proof wherever I can. My brother went to buy a padlock because they broke the one that was on the other gate. And guess what? These 2 security guards were put in a room and brutally beaten for about 2 hours, and they took them to the police. When they took them to the police, guess what? My brother found out that he's been instructed to be arrested because he broke the rules. Yet they went there with a lawyer and they finally agreed on something, but they want to arrest my brother for breaking a padlock that's in his space. My thing is, why don't they go for Haruna? Because they know where Haruna is. I don't even want to call him my brother. I keep saying the prodigal son because he was a prodigal son. You know those people that, oh my gosh, they're the smartest, Haruna this, Haruna that. But he's the one who messed up. He's messed up big time, and it has put a divide in our family, so much so that it's kind of hard to trust some of my siblings. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm not one to beat around the bush. I'm sorry. And these people are so smart to put the inconvenience on the weekend, because on the weekend the police doesn't work, and even if you go to the police, they've been paid. Even if you go to the courts, they've been paid. Things are taking so much longer, and because of this, I'm like, I might as well bring it to the internet. Like, what the hell? What do I have to lose? People are stealing from us in broad daylight. I'm pretty sure Balam knows where my brother is. I'm pretty sure these guys can go for my brother, but why are they coming for my father's things? Why? I don't know. There's a lot to unpack here, but if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below of where you're watching this video from. And it's crazy, like maybe 2 years ago after my dad had died, there was one blogger, Lumbuya, who said that Chirimura is going to come and take my dad's things. We thought it was a joke. Do you know how painful it is for someone that, I remember vividly smiling with him at parties, all these things. Even his son is my friend, which hurts my feelings to even talk about this. Also, if I'm not mistaken, this has been a recurring thing with the Kwagalana group. A lot of people, when the shareholders, some of the shareholders die. By the way, my dad was one of the biggest shareholders in Kwagalana. I could be mistaken, but he was one of the shareholders. We did ask for our shares. We didn't get them yet, because my dad, according to his will, he said the moment he passes away, we should take out our shares, because I think he knew his friend. He knew his friend and he didn't want us to deal with him. I don't know, but I feel like he knew his friend. We still haven't gotten those shares. We are still waiting. But it's not only us. Zimwe, the same thing happened. Also Big Ways. I don't know if you remember those guys. Every time something like this happens, none of these kids have gotten their shares. I could be wrong, but from what I know, they haven't. If any of you guys are watching this, please validate me, because I could be wrong, but I know I'm not. The thing is that people keep forgetting that everyone dies. He's also going to die, and he's out here fighting for wealth. Meanwhile, he's an old guy. Life is so funny how it works, because the good people always die first. Because this guy has been scamming people all along, and I don't know if I'm going to call it scamming, but what am I scared of, brother? What has happened? Apparently, he's a governor of some country, and if I speak this and this is going to happen, and he threatens people in the I don't give 2 shits, bro. The only thing I care about is clearing my father's name and my legacy. Also getting my money. How can I be out here suffering when he's stealing from me? Because he's not only stealing from my dad. My dad is not around anymore. Now we are shareholders. I cannot help my siblings on ground, but what I can help with is my big mouth. I'm fluent in Japanese. If you want any information, I'll gladly give it to you, because now they've stepped on our necks way too much. The country is generally corrupt. You cannot trust the courts. You cannot trust the police. So I've put it out here so that we can start giving the real information. We've been so quiet and good enough. The one thing my dad taught us was integrity. But sometimes this integrity does not take you anywhere. Someone has to speak out. Unfortunately, or fortunately, it's me. Anyway, like I said, there's a lot to unpack. This is where we are starting from. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them, because I'm going to answer everything with details, with proof and all that, because that's the worst that could happen. We've been embarrassed in the news over and over again, so we might as well tell our truth to the public and just, let it play out that way, because enough is enough.
Abalungi abatuuliriza era abatulaba olunaku olwaleero tuchaddeko ewa Sheikh Asiraf Dembe.
Sebo sanyusa okubalaba. Amannya agange Seeka Asiraf Dembe akola ku bizibu by'enjawulo. Omuntu singa aba alina ebirwadde musomereddwa, tunywa amazzi ga lukuya nga bw'obadde ogalaba, tugenda abantu ku kyoto ne twokya emizimu emibi egibabaamu n'okulomba edduwa. Abantu singa abeera ng'ali wano atuuse, nsobola okumulombera edduwa, ne waba atatuuse nga mpadde amannya ge naye ng'ali wala. Naneetaaze enamba yange yeeno eri 0701763711. Nammwe bannyinaffe abali ebweru oyagala okuba nti oyagala okulombera ku dduwa ng'olina ebizibu, viza zibuze, amaka gakolongotana, sente zikola zimpita mu ngalo, ojja kumpeereza ekifaananyi kyo n'amanyago, ebyo byokka bijja kummala, nja kukulombera edduwa, ojja kutereera. Olunaku olusembayo mu mwezi mba n'edduwa ey'awamu ffenna n'abalwadde bange abakadde n'abapya. Salaamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.